Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So we have some pretty exciting news. A few very minor hotfixes, definitely not warranting a full video, but we're combining it with an awesome suite that we can sort of focus on for an idea for the future and what we might see with BWL, ZG, AQ, Nax, and maybe even a new raid that they've been hinting at since Sod's announcement. But before we get in the video, today is going to be the Sod Saviors raid to debut. So if you're interested in watching us play the do Heat 2 for Molten Core, it'll be at twitch.tv/Kaghoe Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'd love to see you guys stop on by, catch me live. You can ask me stuff, but I will be main taking, raid leading, and streaming, so my focus might not be too attentive to the chat, but you can watch us live and have a blast with that. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to switch it over here to the patch notes so you guys can see what we have. So late last night, they announced that Heart of the Lion once again has a 100-yard range, which is good. There's no reason for those buff type spells to be limited by how close or how far you are from the person. They're there to buff the raid, so I don't really understand why any of them should be less than 100, honestly, in a raid setting. For PvP, I can understand like totems and stuff, but as far as raiding goes, crank that stuff all the way up. There's no reason for it to hurt people. And then Warrior Focused Rage Rune will now correctly reduce the cost of Meat Hook by 3, so I'd imagine it's just 3 rage less when the Focused Rage Rune is active. I personally, what I would really like to see is them increase Wild Strikes from 20 yards to 40 yards, mainly because when you use Feral Bear Druids, like myself right here, and we use one in our Raid 1 as well, when they're doing Rag and a few other fights, sometimes they're too far away from their melee group, and it just really sucks because they lose their Wind Fury, which is a ton of damage. So that's something minor I would like to see increased, and I think a lot of Alliance players especially might relate to that, but you guys probably all have cats in your groups. Then we're going to take a look at a few of these comments. So just people sort of, talking about how to fix Druid. Blatantly honest, they don't care about anything in Sod. Failed PvPers again. Good job. You wanted Hunters and Nerfs so bad that you might as well delete the class altogether. My Hunter in my guild was still number 1, so it's just kind of Mad Hunters molding, it seems like, right here. Very interesting, forum comments as usual, just people mad about stuff. This is actually like some kind of suggested change, at least. I'm not sure how well it would go because I don't know how Moonkin functions, but anyway, let's switch it over to the post that they did that gives us some insane hopium for what the future could be. Thank you, everyone, for the feedback and interest in what has been called variable size rating in Season of Discovery, the bug that allowed more than 20 players to access the individual instances of Molten Core at launch, resulted in unintended design and technical consequences that needed to be fixed. That said, we are pleased with how the system is playing out in the Onyxia, Kha'Zix, and Azurgos encounters, and are excited to find ways to continue incorporating this system into more raids in future phases of Season of Discovery. Thank you again for your feedback on this. So this is the new Twitter for just all the devs, instead of having to individually talk to Agrand or someone else. This, I'd imagine, is all of them, ran by all of them. But I didn't even know Molten Core at Heat 1 had this bug where you could have more people in there. I only learned of it because reading the forum comments and seeing what you guys were talking about. Because to me, it didn't make sense for me to do that, but I didn't really consider that there are some raids out there doing 40 mana Zergos, Kha'Zix, Oni, and Molten Core. I just kind of did 20 to maximize loot to raiders. That was my philosophy on it as a guild leader. However, everyone plays WoW differently, and that's something that makes it beautiful. But I never saw any harm in allowing this. If people really want to do Heat 1 MC on 40 man, that's by all means. It's when Heat 2 or Heat 3 comes into play, because that's where the extra loot is and the extra rewards, and it could be utilized in a sort of exploitative way to cheese the hard hard new content, which is something I would not like personally. But Heat 1, Heat 2, I see absolutely no issue with that in any capacity. So let's look at the comments. We got some people that want classic fresh servers. Just drop it from Molten Core, who'd be upset about this. I like this opinion from Seb. That's a really good one. Bosses with healer checks. I really like this for MC, allows players to manage players in a bench that can actually play. Some stuff about bugs, communications, nerf shamans, just the usual complaints that people have that are completely unrelated to the subject at hand, while players never change in that regard. But anyway, those are the things. Like I said, most of them are pretty sensible to me. Not too many crazy changes with this. Pretty short update for you guys. But let me know what you guys think if you would like to see more. And mainly the flex rating part of this. What would you guys like to see with that? To me, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that I sort of would see is when it's a hard mode like Heat 3, something like that poses a challenge that could be cheesed by just having simply more people. Because if it's designed for 20 and you can bring 40 and then you just blast it and make it completely trivial, there's not much fun or merit to that. So if they keep doing like a heat system, regardless of what the requirement is, whether it's shadow res, fire res, stuff like that, I hope that they don't trivialize it by just, the answer is bring more people. Because I hate when that's the answer. I think it should be fun and challenging, something to work through as a raid team. But that's just my thoughts on it. Anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this update. If you have any questions, anything else, definitely drop it down below. I love reading the comments and the discussions that take place there. But until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.